I believe the ending of Verso is the correct option in Expedition 33, and I want to talk about it. Now, I'll be a little light here, so it's not too long of an intro for this, but I just want to say this is obviously my opinion, and this is assuming you've beaten the game, so full spoilers ahead, and that's about it. I just want to be able to talk about Expedition, especially since I did just beat this recently. I'm live on Twitch if you want to check that out. So, with that being said, why do I believe Verso's ending is the correct option to pick? I believe the reason for Verso's ending being the right one is you are doing what's best for the family. You are finally letting Mael go back to her family and they can all collectively grieve. Now, normally I could sit here and say that and that's a video, but I feel hearing both sides is also important. So I want to talk about Mael first, and then we'll end it off with Verso. Mael was somebody who was also caught in the same fire where Verso died in the real world, but was very harmed, is a good way to put it. She lost an eye, she's has burn marks from it, and she blames herself consistently for Verso's death. But when she goes into the canvas and is able to see Verso again and experience Verso just like it was before, she wants to stay here forever. She believes that there is no life to live outside, that she's too damaged and she has nothing going for her. As she says this during her fight.
This is not worth your life.
What life? My life of loneliness in a shell of a body, with no voice and no future.
And honestly, I can see where she's coming from, but this is when Verso responds and says this.
You're Mael. No matter where you are, you don't need this canvas.
And he's right. Regardless of where Mael is, she does not need this canvas to paint. Her future is uncertain, she's still very young, and she has a life to live. A life to love. And what makes this special to me is the fact that with Mael not really understanding what's going on, because she believes that if she just lives the rest of her days here, living out her life in the canvas, that things will be better. But she probably didn't consider the fact that she will die out. Her body will still die in the real world at some point. And what happens then? This world in the canvas still goes. But the only difference is she didn't have to face the fact that Verso is dead. And that's honestly what solidified it for me, was processing that she would just be living a lie for the rest of her life. And that's no way to live. You deserve the right to live the life you want, especially at that age. You have so much life to live and so much opportunity. Now, I feel I should talk about Verso here too. Verso, I originally didn't really find Verso that interesting. I thought it was just gonna be a Gustav too. But finding out that Verso was related to Maya and they were all together all at once, even if Maya didn't realize that she was with her brother this entire time. But what really made me pick Verso was the fact that he's mortal. Immortality is something that can be maybe fun for a few years, but at some point you're going to be burying everybody you know. At some point the world will die out and you will be stuck in it with no one else. And that's not fair to him and to anyone else. Because regardless of the fact that regardless of anything, Verso is correct in the fact that Mael deserves to be happy. He deserves to be happy. And before you even fight or anything, and this scene plays,
Hi. You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
you notice how he says, "Are you tired to paint?" That's himself asking himself that question. Quite literally and figuratively. He's tired. I and he deserves to finally rest. His real self in the real world is able to sleep and just be there, but inside the painting, he's living a endless hell, stuck repeating the same thing over and over with no opportunity to fix anything. And if it means dooming the whole world to ultimately do what's best for Mael, that's what's best. And when Verso quotes Renoir and says the line of,
See things as they are, not how you want them to be.
it's true. Don't see things how you want to, see them how they are. Don't lie to yourself. Because you're just only going to get yourself caught up in things that you shouldn't have to. And once you beat Mael, once you go through everything, we get to see how this affected her. And she looks happy. She is at the gravestone with her family and she's grieving. And it's honestly nice to see her smile, and a genuine smile. And she can go down remembering that Verso gave her the greatest gift of all, a second chance at life, giving her more of a reason to love the life that she does have outside the painting. And this is where I believe talking about what Verso experienced after the fight as well. While Mael was finally coming to terms with grieving and learning to move on, Verso was finally accepting that he can rest, especially when he's talking to SK and Minoko. Well, not really talking, but when he comes up to him and he says,
I will miss you guys.
hearing that honestly hit a lot harder than I thought, because especially in Minoko, with there's a lot of side dialogue you can do, and before the final fight, he says he has your back until the very end, no matter what. Especially when he finds out the truth between what's going on. And it's really nice to see him truly trust Verso with enough trust to really let him make the decision that he wants to. And when he does, he doesn't get mad at Verso, doesn't do anything, just gives him a hug. And as CL tries to comfort Verso, with not without words, but with just an arm, it's nice. The person that it does hurt the most is Lude, especially with the fact that she just watched you destroy the world that she loved. But like I said, if it means having Mael finally grieve, it was worth it. And that's the correct way to go about grief, is to mourn and finally move forward, not being stuck in it. And as Verso disappears, he's finally resting, finally able to stop painting and happy. And Verso is finally able to just die happy. Died knowing that he saved his sister. And as Mayao grieves, she looks past the gravestone and she sees everyone that she traveled with in the painting, signifying that both Verso and Mayao have finally become content with their life and moved on. And that's why I personally feel Verso's ending is truly the correct one. Because in the end, everyone is happy. Everyone finally got to move forward. Yes, it meant destroying the painting and everyone in it, but they were going to suffer regardless. We might as well save the lives we can rather than giving up everyone. Hey everyone, Ari here, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching. And originally I was going to end the video here, but I felt like I should share my reaction to the Mael ending. So that's what this is going to be. I just want to quickly say, if you like hearing me talking about things that I just like talking about in games I've interested in that I've streamed before, mostly fighting games, please stick around. I have a lot of stuff I plan to do. And if you don't, have a good life. Have a good one. Be safe out there. The next video should be on something a little bit more recently that I've noticed, mostly regarding like transphobes on the internet and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, but just felt like I should talk about it, and it'll be a completely different style of video, so that will be purely just a yap session. Now, with that being said, here is my reaction to the Mael ending.
Please. Thank you. Stop him from painting.
Don't say that. Please. Don't say that.
Please, listen to me. Only you can do this. You can do this, please. Unpaint me. Unpaint me.
So,
Damn, dude.
I don't want this life.
stop saying
I
that.
don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I just wanted to live this lifetime together. This lifetime that was stolen from us. Please. Bro. Please.
I don't want this life. Help me. Help me.
This is awful. No, I think it's a little too loud, so sorry to break your immersion. God damn, dude. So this is just how it goes. I don't want this
If you
life.
could grow old,
Awful.
would you find a reason to smile?
I wonder what happens here then. Epilogue. A life to paint. I think it's Gustav's apprentice. Oh man. Oh dude. It's so weird to see Gustav and Sophie. Oh. She's just numb. What? Is that Versa? You just don't want to live this life, man. That's rough, man. Because we find out that he really loves playing the piano. He's not going to be able to play it. Yeah. She's living in the mask. Are we gonna? Wow. That's rough, dude.